Let's bring in Mike Pompeo, former Secretary of State and a Fox News contributor. Sir, based on your experience, what do you think our adversaries are wondering when they see that the Biden administration is thinking again of drawing down our emergency Strategic Petroleum Reserve by another 10 to 15 million barrels?
Well, good morning, Bill and Dana. I think they think we're silly. I think they think this is dangerous for their friend and ally, the United States of America. First of all, to put it in perspective, 14, 15 million barrels is less than a fraction of one day's global consumption, about 100 million barrels a day of oil consumed around the world. So think about that, 15% of one day's production. It is a literal drop in the gasoline bucket that won't do anything to impact prices. This is pure politics. It's really, frankly, kind of sick. They think that they would do this 3 weeks out from election, just communicate to the world, it's not our fault, we're going to fix this. And then the point that was made earlier, we now have the Strategic Petroleum Reserve at a 40-year low. They claim they're going to build it back by 2025. They'll certainly build it back at higher prices, but the gap, the fact that we don't have that in reserve, our adversaries are watching that too, Dana.
Yeah, so much for strategy and the word strategic, huh? I mean, the Heritage Foundation came out.
Political Petroleum Reserve,
yeah,
yes.
There you go. Appropriately so. The 2023 Index of U.S. Military Strength. This is bleak. Just going to read a little bit from it. The 2023 index concludes that the current U.S. number 2, guys, the current U.S. military force is at significant risk of not being able to meet the demands of a single major regional conflict. In the aggregate, the United States military posture can only be rated as weak. You know this well. What do we do about it?
Bill, this is a near-term and a long-term challenge both. And the Trump administration, we increased defense spending. The military needs to figure out how to spend that money more effectively, more usefully, more productively. But we're spending about 3% of GDP today on defense. In the Reagan years, it was 5.5%, 6%. We're going to have to get back to something close to that. The Chinese Communist Party is building its fleet. It is building its space capabilities, its cyber capabilities, and we have allowed ours to deteriorate. We shouldn't forget that an important component of the weakness that is sitting out there today is the wokeness sitting in our military too. When they lose their focus on the mission, when they start talking about diversity, equity, inclusion, and not on the warrior spirit and merit, you can see that not only do we have equipment challenge, but we've got a problem with the young soldiers, sailors, and airmen, Marines, and recruiting numbers prove that out.
More to come on that, too, as it's raising alarm bells across the board, but so is this, which is China's posture towards Taiwan. Your successor, Tony Blinken, the Secretary of State under President Biden, said this yesterday.
There has been a change in the approach from Beijing toward Taiwan in recent years. And instead of sticking with the status quo that was established in a positive way, a fundamental decision that the status quo was no longer acceptable, and that Beijing was determined to pursue reunification on a much faster timeline.
How do you assess the Biden administration's approach to dealing with this?
Well, I think Secretary Blinken got it right about Xi Jinping's intentions. Sadly, the administration hasn't responded to that threat, that risk, in the way that we did, and the way that would keep Americans safe and prosperous. This seems like a long ways away for a lot of Americans, right, to think about Taiwan. But the truth is, every one of us has got a phone, a refrigerator, a car that has semiconductors that come from that place. This is a serious challenge to American prosperity. I wish the Biden administration was taking it as seriously as this topic deserves. But when I see them going around just angering our allies, right, making the Middle East more risky by telling the Saudis we're going to punish you, by not working hard in the South Pacific to build out our friends and allies in those regions. Those are the things that push back against Xi Jinping on every front. And instead, you have inflation running rapid, you have crime. The Chinese Communist Party talks about an America in decline. We can't let that happen here at home. And then we have to do precisely what we were talking about before. Prepare ourselves to confront the Chinese Communist Party in a way that we did the Soviet Union now 45, 50 years ago.
We're going to have President Xi to deal with for another 5 years very soon.
Probably longer, Bill.
Sir, thank you for your time. It's nice to see you. Mike Pompeo, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Yes,
right, 25
yes, sir.
past the hour now.